Hey, I hope you don't mind, but we're about to take a walk today, okay? And I know lately you've been feeling unmotivated. You've been feeling like things aren't working. But this is the phase when everything is about to happen. And this is actually the phase where people decide to give up because they're like, is it ever going to happen? Is it ever going to work? Okay, this is the part where you just have to keep going no matter what. Because every little step you take, it builds momentum. Every time you decide to believe and say, you know what, I'm going to keep my faith strong, even though I don't see anything happening, you are actually creating a reality, okay? And you have to trust yourself. Not only trusting yourself, okay, you have to trust the universe. You have to trust in the divine timing. You have to trust the divine orchestration. You have to trust that you are being divinely guided, that you're making the moves right now that's building the reality that you desire. Okay, you have to understand this. Trust is very, very important. And at the same time, you have to stay focused, okay? Because as long as you focus on the reality that you want to create, that is the reality that you are creating. Okay, you are creating the reality that you desire by staying focused on just winning the lottery, staying focused on buying that new home, staying focused on landing that new career, that new job that you have in your mind all the time, okay? And you have to just stay focused all the time. Stay focused. That's very, very important. And regardless of the fact, you have to choose yourself, okay? Because there's going to be a lot of times where people are going to say, hey, I need you to do this for me. I need you to do this for me. You know, I need you to come here. I need you to do that. They're really trying to distract you, okay? And that's also a test. The universe is testing to see if you are going to let yourself get distracted, okay? Right now, it's not being selfish or anything like that, but it is choosing yourself, choosing your journey, just choosing the life you desire. Because sometimes you just have to just go into a period of isolation by yourself so that you can focus, okay? Because a lot of the times you don't need other people's energy around you. You just really need to protect your energy and protect your peace, okay? Now, there's going to be times where you're not going to feel motivated. It's going to be times where you're going to feel like, you know, I'm tired. You know, that voice is going to come in and say, you're tired. You've been working all day. You've been working all week. You don't feel like doing this, but you have to start anyway. You don't need to wait for motivation to start. You know, you just have to do it anyway. And trust and believe me, nothing is going to be perfect, okay? But every time you do it, every time you decide to say, I'm going to work on this book, I'm going to work on this song, I'm going to work on these videos, I'm going to write this article, whatever it is, I'm going to write this screenplay, I'm going to work on this movie, you're going to get better every single time you decide to do it, okay? And now this one is very, very important. Protect your vision, okay? Because, and what I mean when I say protect your vision, okay, this is moving in silence. This is not telling people around you what you're about to do, because I'm telling you, the moment you decide to say, you know what, I'm about to record a movie, I'm about to do a movie, people can honestly see this. They can say, they can see a very, very successful version of you that already made big top box movies, you know what I'm saying, that's charting right now. So they're going to try to put doubt and disbelief into your subconscious mind. They're going to say, man, it's going to take a long time for you to do that. You know, it's just so many things that they're going to tell you to try to throw you off your path. So regardless of whatever you're doing, you have to protect your vision and move in silence by any means necessary. And not only that, you have to move differently right now, okay? Because I'm telling you, as long as you continue to do the same thing, you're going to get the same results. That's just what it is. So when you start just doing different things, just think about this, okay? A lot of people are stuck in a loop, okay? Let's just say they get up, they go to work, they go home, they go to sleep. That's the loop, okay? So you get up, you go to the gym, you go to work, you go home, you go to sleep. You get up, you go to the gym, you work on your passion or whatever it is, you go home and go to sleep. That's throwing new things into the loop. That's moving differently. Because as soon as you start throwing different things into that loop, reality is going to start throwing different things in your life, okay? And like I said, consistency, being very, very consistent. Keep on going no matter what, because I'm telling you, you're creating a reality by the consistency, and you're creating a reality by just keeping on going. So you can't stop no matter what, all right? I'm telling you. Now, another one is you have to be patient, Okay, because as long as you trust, as long as you know that everything is working out, and I'm telling you, you are trusting in a divine timing, you're trusting, you're being patient. And during this time, while you're being patient, you're being taught patience, okay? You're becoming stronger by being patient. You're trusting. Okay, this is very, very important because I'm telling you, what's meant for you is happening. All right. And just paying attention to other people's journey and things like that, it'll throw you off your own because you're going to start comparing yourself. Oh man, they're getting their stuff faster. They're doing it faster than me. Okay. That will definitely throw you off your path. All right. You have to trust the process and be patient. And you also have to remember the beginning. Think about when you first started believing. Think about when you first started saying, you know what, I think I can actually do this. And then think about where you are right now. You have made some progress, even if it's a little bit. Okay, you have to appreciate the beginning. Okay, because I'm telling you, just like me with these videos, all right, I remember when I made my first video, it was getting 0 views. Okay, and every time my channel starts to go up, it starts to go back down, go up, it goes back down. I always remember the beginning. Okay, so whatever you got going on, remember the humble beginnings. Okay, and also you want to expect more. You want to expect more from yourself, most importantly. Okay, because as long as you expect more from yourself, you're going to start to do more because that's your expectation levels rising. And not only that, you want to expect more from the universe. And you can say things like that. I expect more right now from the universe. I live in expectation. That is my vibration, expectation. Because as long as you expect more, the universe will give you more. Okay. I hope you like this little walk that we're having right now, this little talk. All right. This is the early morning walk and talk. That's what we're doing right now. Okay. Now, this is very, very important. All right. Staying consistent. All right. This, man, I'm telling you, consistency and discipline and focus will create that reality. I'm talking about the reality that you desire, the reality that you see when you see yourself already wealthy, when you see yourself with everything you desire. I'm telling you, that is creating your reality. And like T.I. said, don't chase the bread, chase the vision. Okay, because as long as you chase the vision, you are creating that reality. And the bread will come later. The money will come later. I promise you. If you continue to stay focused on your business, if you stay focused on building that strong foundation, 444, building that foundation, you are creating the reality that you desire. Okay. Now I wanted to just take this little early morning walk and talk because I'm actually about to go to Great America with the wife, with the kids, and we're about to just enjoy the day. But I know I can't go a day without talking to you. So that's why I created this video early in the morning, okay, to give you that early morning motivation, that early morning inspiration, because sometimes we just need that. Okay. And I'm telling you, there are a lot of videos that I look at on YouTube that keeps me motivated, that keeps me going. All right. So like I said, keep going, trust yourself, focus, stay focused, and choose yourself. You want to start anyway, even if you don't feel like it. You want to protect your vision at all costs. You want to move different. Okay, this is very, very important. You want to be patient. You want to remember the beginnings, and you want to expect more, and you want to stay consistent. And like I said, chase the vision, baby. Now, thank you so much for tuning into Millionaire Mindset, where everything happens in divine time by divine design, but you are the divine design. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment on this video, and hype this video up when you get a chance. Until the next video, Millionaire Mindset signing off.